Hey, welcome back, my fire signs. This is for Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries. This is for the month of July 2025. Let's get ready. So, we're going to get a card from Spirit for the energy that's coming in. How appropriate, because we're talking about our fire signs, and the card that I pull is the new moon in Leo. Confidence is your key to success. So my fire signs, this is strong confirmation. Okay, it's a fire card. Confidence is the key to success. Most of you fire signs are very confident. That's the energy that you're coming into the month of July with. Let's see what we have for your house of interpersonal relations. For those who are new to my channel, please remember to subscribe and like. And I'll explain this house deals with interpersonal relationships. It could be current lovers, loves to be. It could be family members. It could be coworkers. This really has to do with people around you. So because this is a collective reading, you will know what this reading means to you. So 2 cards fell out for me, so I'm going to read those together. We have 2 jumpers. So we have the 3 of Wands. Okay, Wands is a fire sign as well. And the Knight of Swords. Okay. All right, so we're dealing with interpersonal relationships. The 3 of Wands is usually a card of expansion. It's time for growth, to move on. And the Knight of Swords, it's usually a messenger card, and it's also something that needs to happen very quickly. So in dealing with relationships, it's probably time to start moving on. It's to whatever you had going on really isn't working for you, and you're feeling like, hey, you know what, I've outgrown this, I need something more. And it's time to make that decision. It's time to kind of move full speed ahead. It's time to take action, okay? By the way, the 3 of Wands is also an action card, okay? The 2 of Wands is trying to decide. 3 of Wands is it's time to take action. You're kind of looking at what's out there, what's next for you, okay? There's strong inspiration. You could see that by all the leaves growing. And you're basically looking out towards the horizon, towards the boats, the ships, the waters. Time to move on. So if you're in a relationship that you feel is no longer working for you, or maybe it's just toxic, it could be there's a spectrum, right? We're doing a reading, and like I said, it's collective. For some of you, it's like, I'm not really feeling this. Or you went on a date and you decided, that person is not clicking. Or it could be a very toxic relationship where you're like, I really need to get the fuck out of here. Okay? So whatever it is, it's time for you to make your move. All right, let's look at your house of resources. Once again, for those of you who are new to my channel, this is a house that deals with material aspects of your life. So it could deal with work, school. It could also deal with finances. This has to do with resources, okay? And let's see what we got going on for you in that area. Okay. So we have the 2 of Cups. Okay. So when it comes to that area, we're looking at a partnership that's coming your way, a connection that's going to help you. So if you are at work, you might have a new colleague or a new coworker that you just seem to hit it off, and you feel like, hey, I could really work with this person. If you're going to school, this might be a classmate or someone that you click with, and together you can work on assignments together or projects together. If this is about bills, this can mean that finally you're able to get all your bills together, and you're starting to make some progress and moving forward with them. You're paying down those debts, and you're doing well with those bills, okay? So we're looking at a very positive house of resources for you. Okay. It could also mean that maybe a new opportunity is coming your way. Because of this is cups of emotions. So we're looking at you're feeling fulfilled in that area. You're feeling comfortable. You're feeling happy. Okay, this you have the angel above you blessing this. So you also the universe is on your side when it comes to this. So we're doing really well in that area. Let's take a look at some of the challenges that might present themselves during the month of July. Leos, Sagittarius, and Aries. This really looks like a positive reading for you guys. All right. Some of the challenges that are coming your way is having to make some important decisions. Okay. Not really know which way to go with that. You feel a little uncertain. You feel a little concerned about it. You also feel like you need more information before you can make this decision. Okay. There's still something that's not clear. Okay. I'm looking at the moon here. That maybe there's just, like a veil, there's some darkness, whatever you want to call it. Basically, you're not getting all the information that you need before you're ready to make that move. And that's part of the challenges. However, we go back to our first card. Okay? Whatever that is, be confident in it. Once you're ready to make that decision, make it with confidence, and it's going to be very successful. And you do also have support around that. Okay, let's look at your strengths. All right. Judgment. Okay. So usually the judgment card is that, you're kind of letting go of some of the old you, some of the stuff that's holding you back, and you're kind of like reborn, and you're taking more risks, more challenges. You're putting on a new persona, a new you. You're recognizing your own successes, your own strength, your own power. Okay, it's also a time when you're being called to own up to some of the stuff you've done in life, to make amends, So because it's in reverse, I'm just going to be very frank with you. There's a lack of judgment. I'm going to just use the word. There's a lack of judgment. And now, how is that a strength? Well, it's a strength because you're not really self-critical, okay? Have you ever hit those times in your life when you start looking back in your life and you're like, oh, I should have did this, I should have did that, or why did I do this, why did I do that? And all that self-blame and self-doubt and self-recrimination, all that self-judgment just really, it has no space for you. It just hurts, right? It just tears you down. So you're at a point where you're catching yourself from doing that. You're catching yourself from going down that road, and you're like, you know what? No, I'm not going to beat myself up over something that happened 20 years ago. I'm not going to beat myself up because I didn't make this decision, because by not making that decision, I actually made a better decision, okay? Forget about the ifs, ands, buts, the woulda, coulda, shouldas, okay? So that's how a reverse judgment is actually a strength for you, and I'm proud of you for that, okay, for recognizing that. All right, we're going to get one final card from Spirit. Spirit, what's the message you have for our fire signs? All right. Once again, this is the Spirit speaking, because we came in with a fire sign, Leo, and we are ending with Sagittarius, another fire sign, okay? And it says, look at the bigger picture. So stand back, look at all things from a bigger view. That's kind of why I like this reverse in judgment, was kind of like, look at the bigger picture, okay? When you're trying to beat up on yourself, just stop it and look at the positivity that really came out of that. Okay? When you feel like, hey, in relationships, you need to move on, look at the bigger picture, because in doing so, it's going to lead you to better connections and better partnerships. Okay? Look at the bigger picture when you're trying to make those decisions. Okay? Stop, think, get all the information, look at the bigger picture. So be confident as you move into this month, because at the end of the cycle, you're going to look back at the bigger picture and realize how successful it all was. All right, my fire signs, have a great July. We'll see you in August. Bye.
Like, comment, and subscribe.